Welcome to Life Plus Plus, where we aim to add more value to life by sharing knowledge, life lessons, and combined experiences from our friends, colleagues, and associates. In each episode, we'll be talking about real life issues and things that are important to you. So if there's anything you want us to discuss, leave them in the comments section below or email us at lifeplusplus@thethrowdown.com. Throwdown is THATHROWDOWN. This episode is brought to you by Kososhi Clothing. Welcome to episode 14. I am Lambo the Virus. And with me today, Ike Lord. How you day, bro?
I'm alright, bro.
What's good?
I'm alright, man.
Omo, good to see you here.
Oh, nice to see you.
Like, see you
always,
just appear.
always, bro. Nice to see you, bro.
So today is, should we say fortunately or unfortunately, our Independence Day?
Well, I would say both. Because on one corner, some people are celebrating why on the other corner, some people are not, owing to the fact that for how many years Nigeria has been, pretty much the same thing,
Same thing.
For me personally, I don't think I would ever want to observe Nigeria's independence, because of all that.
Me too.
Since I was born, we've been hearing things like, oh, Nigeria will get better, someday Nigeria will be okay, someday Nigeria will get better and all that, but to this day, nothing has changed.
Nothing on change.
For me, I don't really see anything in celebrating that, except those people who are in power, who are the ones, are benefiting more.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that could say they're actually celebrating. But for me personally, I don't think I would ever want to celebrate that. I have nothing against anybody or Nigeria,
of
but
course.
the fact that things are not, going the way, they should.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing for me to celebrate.
I agree. The most recent example that we can give for not celebrating Nigeria. See this Showore issue now.
Yep.
The court ordered this guy. They ordered his release. Till now, what has happened? He hasn't been released.
Yeah.
And the annoying thing is one of the initial excuses that they gave for not releasing him was so flimsy that the court order hadn't reached them or something stupid like that.
Yes, I think I read that in the papers. Yeah, you were right. The thing is this: Nigeria is just a country that I would say is a lawless country. We all know that, right from the time of the military era and all of that, till this day, nothing.
We're still in the military era now, aren't we?
Well, somehow, but they wouldn't accept that because they call themselves
democratic,
or whatever they call themselves, yeah. So, but I know that it's still the same thing,
Of course.
And I don't think anything is going to change if we don't change our mindset towards democracy.
Yeah.
Democracy all over the world is not practiced the way it's been practiced in Nigeria. And for a fact, if we continue that way, nothing is going to change. We keep running around the same race, the same cycle. Nothing is definitely going to change.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Showere's case is someone, I really pity that guy because he's someone that has been at the forefront of the struggle right from his university days.
Yep.
Until date. The same thing he's been fighting and he's still fighting till date.
Yep.
And the point is this, some of these people that are there, they were not there when these guys, started. But today they are enjoying these guys' effort and struggle and everything. So I wasn't surprised when that thing came up. Initially, what was he charged with? He was charged with insulting the president. They came up with spurious charges against him. I was like, what's wrong with these people?
Insulted the president.
Very, very insulting.
Cyber stalking.
Cyber stalking, exactly. And money laundering. Money laundering. They said the guy, I think he brought some money, about $16,000, just to pay his staff in Nigeria. They used that against him.
$16,000.
Are you going to use $16,000 to overthrow a government? It's crazy. I knew when they said it. But the question you have to ask yourself is this.
Yeah.
At the time this judgment was, made, their lawyer or whatever he was called, was he not there?
Of course he was there.
So how could they have come up, all of a sudden and say that they didn't get the court order? It's just so silly. We all know that. I knew that, it was going to, get to this point that I knew they weren't ready to release Showore. First day, second day, I was like, no, they were up to something, and today the guy is still there. Well, it's quite unfortunate. Anyway.
It is very unfortunate, and it's a sad indictment of the Nigerian government and the Nigerian judiciary.
Judiciary.
It just shows how powerless they are.
They are powerless.
They're powerless.
They are powerless, because over the years, I've come to realize that once you get into power, as a sitting president or governor, you have all the power. You can do and undo. Whatever you say, whatever you say is law. Anyone that goes contrary to that, obviously, you know what it is. Yeah. So, and some of them, they wouldn't want to, at the end of the day, after how many, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30 years of their service, someone just come up with them, cook up allegations or cook up charges against them and all of that. They are scared. I don't want to say they should try and do something, because you and I know that if you try to do that by force, obviously, you know what it is. Your life, might be in danger. So some of them, they're just trying to play to the gallery and all of that. It's quite sad. It's quite sad that Nigeria, to today, 59 years, China just celebrated 70 years. Did you watch the Independence Day celebration?
No, I didn't.
Come on.
I know it to be phenomenal.
Come on.
Out of this world.
Nigeria's song is just child's play, to be honest with you.
Nigeria, once we get Ayo them. We get those Atilogu dancers. We don't get people, we don't dance around. We bake cake, we chop. That one don't do now.
I think everything for me, the youths, I would say they are kind of quiet. They are silent.
Kind of quiet.
Yes. I would say they are kind of they are pusillanimous in nature.
Yes,
Nigerians.
they have too pusillanimous.
Everybody's scared. Nobody wants to be there. Nobody wants to be heard. Nobody wants to, I don't want someone to say.
Yep.
And you wonder, how are we going to achieve this, change? If we are to do that, how are we going to do that?
Yeah.
With this kind of this group of youths and all of that.
Yeah.
It's quite funny. Nigeria is going nowhere for now.
I know. To just emphasize just the right terminology. The pusillanimity.
Yeah, again, please.
Look at how feeble and fickle-minded these people are.
Yeah.
See this whole the whole noise about this BBN. When you have matters around you that affect your life, your children's life, your future, the future of your children, your children's children, you're looking at BBN.
There are so many things. There are so many things you could use. That aside from that, there are so many things. But let's get down to that particular one, BBN. It's quite unfortunate that we Nigerians, not just youths, because I've come to the realization that it's not just about the youths. Yeah. Some elderly people also,
of course,
they're watching this game.
Yeah, of course.
I've got nothing against the game, but against that show. But the only thing I've got against that show is the fact
morals.
That yes, okay, let's talk about that. Morals. For me, that's one thing Nigerians lack. For me, there are 3 things, that I think Nigerians lack, or majority of Nigerians lack. We're still going to go back to BBN. Anyway. Yeah. And I call it PEM.
PEM?
Yeah.
Okay, an acronym for something.
Yeah, an acronym for something. And what is this? PEM, I would say, okay, let me start with the M. M is morality. P is philosophy. The other one, I would say ethics. Then you come to ask yourself, what is morality? Let's take that one. Morality, it is differentiation of intention, decision, and action between those that are good and those that are bad. You see, a public servant, you and I, you might today, we're talking to, let me just use this as an example. We're talking today, everyone is saying Nigeria is bad. Oh, why can't they do the right thing and all that? But the moment that person gets there, everything changes. They start acting just like those ones that have been there. Yeah. Now you ask, what is actually wrong with us? The truth is they know the right thing to do, but maybe the nature of their job or the people around them are not letting them, do that. Yeah. That's number one. The second one is philosophy. What is philosophy? You always talk about philosophy. What's your philosophy to life? Then what is your philosophy to politics? Put it that way. Philosophy, basically, is a theory or attitude, that acts, against or that acts against someone's behavior or something like that. Yeah. And he actually asks himself, why is it that people don't have philosophy to politics? Philosophy is only philosophy to life. If once they ask you say, oh, it's this, is that. But what is your philosophy to politics?
They probably have philosophy, but the philosophy
is not ethical.
Exactly. It's not ethical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you ask yourself, why are we like this? What is wrong with people? What is wrong with Nigerians that we can't, do things the right way? And that goes to the third one, ethics. What is ethics? Ethics is just, the moral principles, that guides a person's behavior.
Yeah.
These are the three things Nigerians are majority of us, they lack. And if you don't have these things, you can't function as a person.
You can't.
Especially in an environment where you try to promote moral.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
You can't. You can't.
So back to BBN. BBN is such a show for me. It doesn't really promote anything. It doesn't promote anything.
It promotes immorality.
That's what I'm saying. That was why I had to say that. It promotes immorality.
Yeah.
Apart from that, nothing else. And if you look at the people that have been there before, and none of them has ever come up with something very tangible. At the end of the day, they end up.
You mean like the
as in the
winners?
Yeah.
I don't really know many of them.
I don't really watch it, but somehow when I read up, blogs and all that, I tend to like, because I like to follow things around, I like to follow things. And it's unfortunate. People are there. Nigerian government recently increased the VAT. No one is saying anything about that. But the moment they say BBN, people will start texting. Do you know how much? I don't know if it's true. There's this report I got that they spent, because I think each text message costs about 30 naira.
30 naira.
And they, if I'm not mistaken, and what I saw, there's no way to confirm that, but what I saw in one of the blogs, they said Nigerians spent about 5.1 billion naira on text messages.
5.1 billion.
5.1 billion naira.
Billion naira.
Just texting people that they don't want
for
to
the BBN.
Yeah, to leave the house. But when you ask Nigerians to text, to a good cause, they wouldn't do that. They would say, it's not my duty. The government should provide the funds and all that. But people go online on social media begging for money. Yeah. But when you give them, these are the kind of things they use for. I actually say, when can we learn?
I don't know, man.
It's quite sad that the people that should be talking, they're not the ones talking. Someone like Showe shouldn't be fighting. He's almost 50 years. When Buhari...
Almost 50, that they're looking at him in Nigeria
as a small boy. But I'm saying, those people that are looking at him as a small boy, the time they were, leading us, when Buhari became a military president before he turned 30 or 40 or 40. What's his name? Gowon was the military head of state before he was 30.
Yep.
So if these people will rule us then, why can't this,
They will say we're not mature enough.
Well, what is maturity? Maturity is about age.
Yes.
It's not about age.
Yes, true, but in a way, even though I'm totally on your side, I think the same way. And the youth, the majority of them proving this now. Where do they
Well, you're right, because recently Buhari called them lazy youths, and somehow, I wouldn't say that he's right or wrong, obviously he is wrong.
Yeah.
Nigerians are not lazy, but when you see all these things happening, you tend to ask yourself, what is wrong? Mm-hmm. What is wrong? Something is fundamentally wrong with Nigerians.
You've elaborated now. You've actually, you were able to put what you feel the problem is into three things: your philosophy, the morality, and ethics. Yeah. Morality in Nigeria, we don't have morality anymore. Mm-hmm. We have immorality. We have a situation now in Nigeria where your mom and your dad, they know that you dropped out of university, you don't have a job, but you buy a car and you give them 5 million for pocket money. And they will go to church to be praising God. They don't have the guts or the temerity to ask you and say, come on.
How did you come about that? Yeah, no one asks these days because of what? Hunger. Because of hunger, a lot of people, they've sold their minds to the devil. A lot of people, when they see right, they say, when they see right, they prefer to do wrong. Why? Because it's going to put food on their table. A lot of families are guilty of this. Parents who should know, they are guilty of this. When their kids, bring back these things home, they don't ask. Because if you ask one,
they won't give you money.
Of course, no. They won't give you. And you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to, So you rather keep your mouth shut so that you don't get the, whoever that, upset. And it's wrong.
It's so sad, man.
It's wrong. If you as a parent, you see something going wrong and you don't want to speak out, one day that thing will come and consume you. That's just the truth.
That's very true. But they don't care now.
Of course, it's going to come back to you.
Nigerians live in the now. They live in the now.
It's true.
What am I getting now? That's I keep saying, because there's a church in Navy Town.
Yep.
You know Navy Town?
Yeah.
Near Satellite Town. There's a church they called Jehovah Sharp Sharp.
Oh, it's just a name alone. It's quite...
Jehovah Sharp Sharp, and the church, they full.
Yeah.
So that's the mentality that is prevalent now in Nigeria. You want it now. Now. That's why you don't really have a history of people that start businesses and grow the businesses. We have the mentality of, you know what, if I'm doing this deal or this contract, how much am I making right now? Not in 5 years' time. And it's a sad thing. It shows that you're not even thinking of the future. And when you don't think of the future and you're clouded by the present, the only thing that matters to you is the present.
But that's why we don't have successful businesses. That's why businesses, that, like, let me use for instance, I don't want to mention names, but there are families who built their businesses to a point that the time, the person dies, obviously, there's no continuity.
No continuity.
There's no continuity because we don't have that structure.
You don't.
People like Dangote that has built, so much, in how many years. Just a few Nigerians say that could do that compared to their foreign counterparts. People who have family businesses and they built it to the point that when they die, the family still continues and all of that. But we don't have that.
We don't.
Why? Because we want it now.
Yeah, exactly.
How much can I make now?
Yeah.
And you forget that business is something that has to be nurtured. You nurture it for years before it becomes what you want it to be.
Yeah.
Because whoever that come up with, just for instance, I know you've got a lot of things on your hand, and I know you don't think about now. You think about tomorrow. Think about the future. Because if you're thinking about now, trust me, you would have been so rich that But that's one thing we lack. Yeah. As a people, Africans or Nigerians. That's one thing we lack. We don't have that. Continuity mindset. All we want is just now.
Yes.
What can we get now?
Yep. And that's the reason. That's the reason that people can steal the future from us.
Yeah.
Because you are totally oblivious of the future.
Yeah.
All you care about is the present. So anyone can steal your future without you actually paying it any mind.
And that is why they're stealing our future.
Yes.
Back home, because if you see people who should talk and who should know.
Yeah.
They just turn deaf, and blind eyes. You talk about, I don't want to mention names. Like, okay, let me say entertainers and all of that. Because they've got the voice. They can use their voice to effect change.
Yep.
But some of them, you see, the end of the day, they go there. These people we are talking against, or we are trying to
put their names in the song.
No, you put their names in songs. They call them, if there's any function, they call them to come and sing. They sing, they give them money. Would you have that? Would you have the guts to speak against such a person?
Who, me?
Yeah, if you were doing
it was
that.
me.
Yeah.
Why did you talk like that?
No, I'm just asking. It's just a question. I'm asking. I'm just not just you.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. Because if
in
it's
general,
me, I will tell you my answer.
No, obviously, I'm not talking about you. We're talking about you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all of them. Majority of them. Some of them will say no.
Yes.
Why some of them? Majority of them because of what? Hunger. Yeah. And sometimes you don't want to blame nobody because everybody's just feeling that pinch. Everyone's feeling the pain, and there's hunger in the land. A lot of people are hungry. Yeah. And you've got to survive. Yeah. And if survival means doing what is not ethical, what is not right, come on. You've got to do it. But that's not the right thing to do. Yeah. It's not the right thing because I think there's something, somehow that thing will come back to you. Nigeria can never move forward if we continue living in such a...
Yes. But does that mean we're now justifying the fact that hunger should allow you sell your soul?
We're not justifying it, but a lot of people are doing.
Yes, they are.
I can't justify because I know that's not the right thing to do. Yeah. But a lot of people will tell you, come on, go sit down, Jerry. You don't even know waiting time to talk. It's not about time. You might have it now, but tomorrow, what becomes of you? That's the thing. Like you said, we think about now. We don't think about the future because the future, that's what matters. If you're not able to build your future from now, come on, you're going nowhere. Yeah. So that's the thing.
And the easiest way to put it, even though these guys are so docile and inane that they probably still won't get it, is like you've got all this money. and you're looking at spending it today without thinking of, okay, when I go to sleep and wake up, all this money would have been gone, or even worse, all these people would have taken my money. But you have that at the back of your mind, like, tomorrow will take care of itself. Then you wake up tomorrow broke. Who do you have to blame?
You blame yourself. You've got to blame yourself because another person.
You get. That's what we're doing. That's what we all are doing.
When you fail to do the right thing, obviously, what you get out of that, you know what you get now. But a lot of us will pretend as if we don't know that is what's going to be the resultant effect of what we're doing now. Yeah. So that's the thing.
Another thing that I would say that we should kind of check and see, is it a valid excuse for some of these entertainers that might genuinely want to talk, but this thing is hindering them? The fact that they are living in a lawless country where they have an opinion, but they're not necessarily willing to die for that opinion.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be, yeah. It could be, because obviously you wouldn't want to die for nothing.
Yeah, of course.
You wouldn't want to die for nothing. Just look at what's going through now. Not just there are other people, there are activists dying, behind bars right now. Yeah. Nobody's even talking about them. It's because Shore is popular and all that. People, but a lot of them, and that could be one of the reasons why they don't want to, speak out. I remember when Two-Face wanted to come up, something happened. No one knew what happened, but the guy had to, and I kept asking myself, why? But then later I realized, I didn't even blame him at all, because for the fact that he even admitted or he even agreed to come out to speak for people, that's a lot, I gave him that credit. Yeah. But the point is this, no one has refused to, I don't know, maybe they did or not, to know why
he pulled out.
A lot of people were accusing him, saying all sorts of things, but he knew the reason why he pulled out.
There were rumors.
And it could be,
there were rumors.
It could be that he was threatened.
Yeah, there were rumors flying around that he got threatened. It
could be that he was threatened. Yeah. And obviously, in a country like, if you're threatened, trust me, you wouldn't want to come out tomorrow and say something, because you know what could be.
Unless you're willing to die.
Except you're willing to die. Yeah. And how many of us are willing to die? A lot of us are, not willing to die. I'm generalizing it now because it's not just about Nigerians there. Everyone should contribute to make Nigeria, better.
Yes.
It's not
that's a good point that you've reached now. Everyone should. Not everyone has the kind of courage or boldness that it would take to start a revolution or start a change. Not everyone does. But when you find that one person, why is it hard to now get behind that person?
That's the thing.
See this Shore guy.
That's the thing.
Okay. Would I be wrong in assuming that even the people who were his competitors during the presidential election that claimed they were fighting for the same justice that he was fighting for, even though they were under different parties, now that he's been incarcerated, shouldn't this be the time where they're vociferously now chanting against this establishment?
Well, you're right, but
Kingsley Malu,
Nigerians only
Fela Durotoye.
Nigerians only unite when there is something to gain. If there's nothing to gain out of that, you don't see them.
But what could be better, a better thing to gain than your freedom and peace of mind?
See, we are here trying to, because you don't know what runs through these people's minds. Yeah, as much as we campaigned, all of us wanted a change and wanted it from a younger person's perspective. Yeah. Shore, Moalu, and the rest of them. But the point is some of them we didn't know what their motive was, or what they wanted to go there to do.
Yeah, I knew what one of them's motive was. Shore, I knew because of his track record.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Honestly, I wouldn't say. It's only when the person goes in there, you will know exactly who this person is.
Yes, of course.
I remember when the current administration, when they wanted to come to power, everybody was saying,
don't remind me that one, because I was one of the idiots that believed in this.
You don't call yourself idiots. A lot of people, fell on in that. But the point is,
wait. I can justify mine. Mine was because I blame good luck. Yes. Good luck. It was because of good luck that we have Buhari.
Yeah, well,
So even if you had a dog that was running, that dog would have won over Good Luck, because Good Luck his ineptitude was, come on, it was too obvious. He was running the country, but he wasn't showing that he was in charge. Everything was falling apart from beneath him. So that's the reason, and I was silly to have believed in this Buhari guy, man.
Yeah, well, as much as people want to blame Jonathan, fine, but before Jonathan,
who, Buhari?
Before Jonathan came to power, someone was there. What did the person do? It's
No.
been like that.
Yeah.
You could say when he got to his point, everything kind of like got to the point that people were so dissatisfied. Everybody was like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
But after then, wow,
It's worse now.
It's worse.
I know, of course. Agreed.
And people are beginning to see that now. It's worse. And I remember then, as much as I wasn't there, I didn't vote, because sorry to say that, because I wasn't, the time.
I didn't vote as well.
I wasn't.
But you still have an opinion.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, but the point is this. I knew there wasn't going to be any change. I knew there wasn't going to be, but I didn't know it was going to be, this bad. I knew there wasn't going to be much. Because you look at the person's antecedent, So I knew, but a lot of people believe that. They sold him to us, and we believe that he's now a repentant Democrat, or whatever they call him there. But we can all see right now that Nigeria is still, what it has always been from time immemorial. Nothing has changed over the last 59 years. So we don't expect any change in the next 4 years, except God sends a Messiah who's going to come and cleanse the whole system. But trust me, that system is so corrupt, so bad, that no one gets there and does something better. There was this editorial I read. I think it was from this guy. What was his name? Ruben Abati. He said something about Aso Rock being cursed or something like that.
Being what? Cursed?
Yeah, cursed. It's like once you get in there...
It's not Aso Rock, it's the country.
That's of course.
It's the country.
Of course. Because you might have good intentions, but by the time you get there, people around you, they will just make you look as if you don't know what you're doing.
Of course.
Well, I'm just saying what he was once an aide to what's his name? Good Luck.
Yeah.
So for that to have come from such a person, what do you want me to say? But the fact there is something that makes people, once they get there, all of a sudden, you start singing a different song. Well, it's sad. It has gone to this point of I would say no return until after 4 years. 4 years. If you look at what's happening in Nigeria right now, I don't know if this has happened in the last 4 or 5 years. Do you know how many people have committed suicide?
Unprecedented amounts.
Unprecedented amounts. People are so depressed. People are so a lot is happening. In fact, and I'm this kind of person. I don't like to hear things like that. I don't like to see people go through things like that. Nigeria is just a place I love so much, and I go regularly because it's just it's the only country we've got, and we've got to do everything humanly possible to show that Nigeria stands. But these people, they wouldn't let us. People are committing suicide. People are dying. People are so depressed. A lot of things happening, and that is why I came up with something. It's called Voice It Aloud.
Oh yeah, Voice It Aloud.
It's a website. It's a forum. I'd say it's just an interactive forum where people could come and share the experiences, ill treatments and struggle they encounter in the society. Wow. The aim is just for people to, a platform where people could actually come, to talk about these things, so that knowledge, people lesson can be learned. Information disseminated, and
wow, that's very good.
Appropriate punitive measures, where necessary, taken. Because I notice a lot of people, have been going through a lot.
They can't share with anyone.
They can't share with anyone. My interactions, in the last 7 to 10 years, I've had people come to me, and some of the things you hear, these people say, like, "Are you serious? You went through all this? Who did you tell?" I said, "Nobody." Why? Because of the society. Because of the society. That's what a lot. And what is that thing? Some have been raped. Some, they've gone through a lot. Some assaulted. In fact, do you know that in Nigeria, 1 in every 4 women, as in intimate, what's it called again? relationship like that.
Yeah.
1 in every 4 women have been assaulted.
Sexually assaulted.
Well, assault. It could be sexually, it could be otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, and these people, they don't say these things.
I'm not surprised. I don't even know why I'm sounding like I'm surprised, because growing up in Nigeria, it was common for men to beat women.
Yes.
So this
just
is not something that anyone can say, not like it. Something with me I see when I grow up. Nobody if you tell me, say, I know Sam.
Yeah, and it's still happening.
Yeah.
The reason why people hear more of it these days is because of social media.
Yeah.
Social media has made it so open that people could go there and rant, say all sorts of things. People would, are you serious? But these things obviously been there since we were growing up. Of course, I used to hear all of that. But
the funny thing, Seth, I'll even go further to say, I know guys that I'm close to, that when we were growing up, they used to beat their girlfriends. So this is not even one that is up for a debate. It is there in black and white. And it's the mentality. How do we change that nonsensical, archaic mentality?
The only way we could change it is by coming out. If you don't come out, nobody knows.
Who, the victims?
The victims,
come out?
yeah.
Okay.
You have to come. You've got to come out.
Yeah.
You've got to air your if you don't come out, nobody's going to speak for you.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to say it the way it is.
Of course.
Because if you don't say it, you're protecting these people.
Yeah.
And what's your gain? Because if you don't say it, tomorrow the person's still going to do that thing.
Yeah, but another thing with this law and the paralyzed law in Nigeria, the Nigerian judicial system is impotent.
It is. But the good thing about it is right now, people are beginning to realize that you don't even need to go there. There are so many foundations. There are so many foundations, you could run to, and they can take it up for you. You don't need to go. They might eventually prosecute the person, but the point is this: they will be there for you. They're going to support you, and that is what I'm trying to achieve with this voice it loud. Yeah.
It's actually a very good thing.
Yeah, because
since you started the thing, sorry to cut you. Since you started it, as in, how has it been so far? Have people actually been using it for what it's supposed to be used for?
Yes.
Sharing their emotions.
Yes.
Wow.
When you go there, you read things. You be like, "Are you serious?" You're
Wow.
serious. And the purpose is just for people to actually know that these things happen. Because sometimes we tend to live in denial. Oh, that's not true. How can somebody do this? People actually doing that. People rape, people beat, people assault, even at workplaces and all that. Assault, workplace assault and all that. People are depressed.
For you to get job.
Yeah. Even while on the job, people are, your superiors are, especially ladies. I've had interactions with people. I have a friend that was raped by a colleague.
In Nigeria.
But the funny thing is, she couldn't say this to anybody. Because the question is this: what were you doing with this guy? What were you doing with this guy? It was just a friendly outing. They went out for just normal colleague. Yeah. And this guy had been pestering let's just go hang out. She was like, I'm not that kind of person. But there's nothing there. We're colleagues and all of that. I'm not that kind of person. Finally, she admitted to, one of the, they went out. Got to a point that the guy, because obviously they had already been planned out. The guy knew what he was about, was going to do. Yeah. So he had to, stay out late. And the guy was, take me home. Hold on, you're with me. Nothing's going to happen to you. And then this guy drove her to his place. Got the girl raped.
Wow.
In the middle of the night, around 1 a.m. And this place they went to, nobody, she couldn't even find her way to that place the next day because he was inside one particular bush like that. And the guy was drunk, did this. But not knowing to this, this guy didn't know that the guy had already resigned from the workplace.
Oh my!
I'm telling you. So it was just an calculated. Nigeria is just a funny place. This thing happened, and my question was, did you report this thing to anybody? She said nobody.
Oh my goodness!
The parents will be so upset with her. When they see you as a good girl, in the house, and this thing happened to you, they will ask you, what were you doing with this person? Where were you with this person? And you're going to start explaining, I was out with this person. What time of the night? 9, 10, 11. Doing what? That's the first thing they're going to ask you. Nobody's going to ask you what. Nobody's interested in what happened. But what were you doing this guy? And it's not just this girl. A lot of people went through that. I've been with some. In fact, I don't want to say what, but the point is I've heard I've had interactions with people, because I don't know, somehow I just meet these people and they talk about these things. I'm this kind of person, I don't really like hearing that. And that was one of all of this culminated to what is called Voice It Loud, because I wanted to give people that voice, that freedom to be able to. Nobody knows nobody's going to know who you are if you don't want to put your real name and all that. Just go there, write what you think is right. I know people will come and lie and all of that, but the point is this: those ones that are genuine.
Why should even someone come and lie about something like that?
That's our people for you.
Okay.
But those genuine ones, when you read a genuine story, obviously you're going to know that this actually happened. Yeah. And people are actually taking advantage.
I'll even actually put the website address on this video, and it will also be a good thing for you to get professionals involved.
Yeah, actually, we're actually working with some foundation.
Fantastic. So that they can, these people who come there and talk about their experiences, they can get professional help on the platform as well.
Of course.
Well, it's a very good thing.
It's something that it's in the pipeline. Yeah.
Yeah. Voice it loud.
Voice it aloud.
Voice it aloud.
Yeah.
I'll put the link on the screen on the video.
These days, you don't have to be gagged anymore. Just you need to say it the way it is.
Yeah.
Speak out, because if you don't fight your fight, nobody's going to fight for you.
Nobody's fighting for you.
So you just have to say it the way it is, and that's just the reason why we came up with that. And
that's very good. It's very good. Very laudable.
Yeah.
And
thanks, man.
You mentioned something about if you don't fight your fight, no one's going to fight for you. It's so true, because I hate to bring it back to Shore. I'm sure people now know that I'm totally behind this guy. But look at the guy. So how can you question the probity of this guy's virtue when the guy is fighting for you, knowing that you deserve to be fought for, and still damning the consequences of you insulting him?
I mean, sure.
Yeah. Well, people are not supporting this guy now, but he's still taking the fight on.
That's the spirit of a fighter.
Exactly.
That's the spirit of a fighter.
I doubt it. You've got to make people know. Take like say I'm being biased, or I've chosen a side, so I'm just sticking with it blindly. But I doubt that the other people I mentioned have the sort of gusto to endure the sort of thing that this guy has so far. Not saying they have to or they should, but if it was to happen, I don't feel they have the sort of character that can endure this sort of.
If they had it, they would have been there.
Exactly.
If they had it, would have been there.
Man.
Everybody just wants, a cooked or baked or fully baked cake just to pounce on it and eat. But nobody
the national cake.
But nobody wants to work towards making it, fully baked cake. That's
wow.
Showore is someone that is, I'd say he's vociferous, he's forceful, he's loud.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of person we actually need. Mandela, if Mandela was like
timid,
he wouldn't have been, celebrated all over the world.
Yeah.
Even till today, people are still celebrating Mandela.
Yeah, of course.
So these are people that we actually need to, give opportunities as in to serve, and let's see if they can actually, bring that change, that desired change Nigeria, needs. But we can't give such people because they haven't got the money, they haven't got the power, or they haven't got the people to actually, because Nigeria is power is being given.
Yeah.
Do you get? It's been given. You can't say, I want to become president, I'm going to fight, I'm going to go on. No. If you don't have the godfathers, if you don't have the power brokers, the people that you can't go nowhere. And that is why we still remain, impoverished till today. Because those ones they put you there, they want to get their money first before any other thing. And it's so bad that people who should know, who fought for Nigeria's, who fought the military, some of them are into this government, and they see all these things happening. They're not going to say anything.
No.
Because why?
They've eaten with the devil now.
Of course, they believe once that person is out,
yeah,
it's my own turn. Nigeria is a limited company. You just go there. Once you you get there, whatever you say is fine. You will see Buhari, when he wants to leave now, he will bring up somebody and give to Nigeria. This person that is going to, succeed me. And that's the circle we've been, I don't know. But we've got to make our voices heard, not just voices. Match the streets. This revolution this guy is calling, yeah, fine. But I think we need more than that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying people should fight anybody.
Yeah. But it's beyond placards now.
Yeah.
Placards don't work anymore.
Look at Arab Spring. What caused Arab Spring? Same thing.
Yeah.
But it got to a point they couldn't take it no more.
Yeah.
People had to come out.
Yeah.
If you don't.
See, God, that it just keeps coming. The ineptitude of these people.
It's just...
The questions or the allegations that were brought forth for Sowore. One of them, a few of them, he actually made them look as stupid as they are. They were saying something about one of the charges brought forward is that he led a revolution protest against the government, which is deemed treasonable.
Yeah.
So he now answered in court saying, which protest? When was this? They said it was on the 5th. And he was like, but I got arrested on the 3rd. And these guys are they're doing what do I call this thing now? The allegations are panamorphic. Because they keep amending them. They just keep amending.
They're just trying to, hook him. They're just trying to put those things on him. They're just looking for something to hold him down. The truth is this: the judiciary, they know the truth. They know the truth. They know what.
But their hands are tied.
Yeah, they know what to do, but their hands are tied. They just can't do it.
So what's the point?
They just can't do it. That's the thing I'm saying. Nigeria is like a limited company. Once you become
Nigeria is like a limited company.
once you become the president, whatever you say, that's the thing.
Wow.
Just imagine, look at what happened in Britain.
It's not even limited. Limited, you get directors now. This one is sole
But we
trader.
have directors now.
Now sole trader. Once you enter, you become sole trader.
But we have directors now. We have people around president. But the point is this: everyone still listens to him. Just like director. If you have the directors, he's the chairman. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just.
But chairman can't. At least you get bored. But when you're a sole proprietor, you don't.
We have board.
The board.
Nigeria is when you talk about board. Okay, you have executive, we have the judiciary, we have the
Legislative. Yeah.
So these people, what are they doing?
Nothing.
Nigeria says Nigerian constitution. I think some constitution says that Nigeria should be governed on principle of federal character and all that. Nobody's doing anything about that. Nigeria today, we have about how many service chiefs, all from one part, particular part of the country. The legislature, whatever, they're not doing anything. They're not saying anything about that. So
the legislation for Nigeria, the Senate and the rest of them, they just go there to share.
I'm saying the things they should say. See, appointments has been
money they negotiate.
It's not. They should. These are the things they should. Table on the floor. They debate on these things. You can't be because your executive doesn't give you the right to, because it's enshrined in the constitution.
Yeah,
it has to be distributed.
Yeah.
But they're not saying anything. Why? Because they are just, I would say they are just rubber stamp legislatures. Sorry to say that. They might not be.
For waiting.
They might not be. But the point is this, with this kind of attitude, you'd be forced to believe that, there's something. Because if you can't speak to the power, then you're just, your existence is just as, I don't know. It's quite unfortunate that
I know. These guys are there for their pockets. It's clear even to the blind. They're just there for their pockets. They don't care about their constituents or anyone else in the country in general. As long as you don't have their surname or you're not blood related, you are nothing to them and you do not matter. Therefore, your welfare does not matter.
That's the thing. And that's why I said to you, as much as we had people, younger people who contested against this guy, but how many of them would you vouch for? Would you say when they get in there, they're going to do something? That's the thing. You can't know until the person gets there.
That's why the only reason I'm going with this Sowore guy, only reason, number one is human, yes, but that's not the reason. But I'm just saying he's human, so that's one of his flaws, because human beings are susceptible to what human beings are susceptible to. Yeah. But one of the reasons why I can kind of vouch for him above all the others is his track record. The guy has been consistent
over the years,
and just because of that, he's way ahead of the pack.
Yeah, I would agree with you, because he never gives up.
Yeah,
he doesn't give up, and that's one good thing about a fighter. He's an activist. He's got that spirit in him, and like you said, you can only vouch for him. Yeah, we can vouch for him. We can say also good things about him. I wish, he would be allowed to at least get in there. Let's see what he, can do for Nigeria. But it's quite unfortunate Nigeria cannot, or people in power cannot let such people
get to power. Well, for obvious reasons now.
Yeah.
They'll have to face the true arm of the law.
That's the thing. It's sad. It's sad. We can't do much because when you talk, see that you're being labeled, enemy of the government or some spurious charges, it's just, and that's why a lot of people don't talk. If you blame them somehow, you don't blame them because people nobody wants to, you don't want to die, you don't want to be put into prison for nothing. What are you fighting for? Even your family will be blaming you. Now, what for you? Only you did this country. But that's the truth now. That's the truth. That's the truth. So you just, when you see, you just pretend as if nothing, it's funny. It's funny. It's quite funny, But
that's true.
We just hope that someday things will change and Nigerians will enjoy, the what true democracy is all about.
Not true. It's so true. I have a friend. He's in America. The guy went to Niger, so he went to the bank.
Yeah.
So there was a queue, Sha. So while he was in the queue, this woman that was at the till, she decided to start having her lunch while everyone was in the queue. You get so everyone just
imagine that.
Not even see. The kind thing which she even chop there, which is not a bad thing, but it just makes everything just look irritating. She was eating pounded yam and egusi, while she did behind till. So these guys were just there. So my guy, frustrated that, which kind of thing be this? He now came out of the queue and I was talking to the woman. She was not like, I'm having my lunch. So it was like, then get someone else to serve.
Exactly.
You can't get someone else
there and be having lunch while people are understanding.
He shall ask to see the manager. While all that commotion was going on, people on the line were now telling him that, God, leave that one, I beg. Make she finish, make she serve us.
Nobody was in support of what
no one.
Nobody. That's the thing. So that will make you like, next time you wouldn't want to even say anything because that's the thing. Once you get into the system will corrupt you, in fact. Once you want to live in Nigeria, you see that if you have that, strong character that is the system will not corrupt. That's fine. But if you don't, haven't you heard this thing? If you can't beat them, you join them.
Yes, I have. So, but I don't agree with teacher, but yes, I have.
But that's what's obtainable in Nigeria. If you can't beat them, you join them. Just imagine what you just said now.
Yeah.
God, what are you doing there? Leave the woman alone now.
Can you imagine?
That's the thing. I'm sure the guy will be hoping that people will come and support.
Yes, that's what he was telling me. He said, like they say in Pidgin, say, cool, be like say they're poor and cold water. He just cooled down, say, yeah? Are you for real? Yeah. See the people where they. Okay.
So it's sad. It's really sad. It can't be them. You join
them. Until our people learn to realize that they too have power, I don't think anything is going to change. Mm-hmm. Because Nigerians have been so subdued and subjugated that they literally feel they're powerless. They feel they're irrelevant, and the only thing that can make their voices be heard is either when they join them or they become financially powerful.
Who mean Nigerians?
Yes, in general. The common man feels his voice is not heard. And the same thing is happening across the world, but in Nigeria, it's on a totally different level.
When you say financially powerful,
yes.
The question is this: would you want to use your hard-earned money to fight a government who has the state apparatus and everything?
No. You wouldn't in Nigeria.
Yes.
But I see where you're coming from. But what I'm saying is, they feel it is when they attain that status that their opinions can even be heard.
When they are rich?
Yes.
But how many rich people are there saying something?
They're not. That's a good point.
How many rich people are there saying something? They will rather concentrate on their business because if you talk,
that's very
the
true,
government will come after you.
Yeah.
They will crush your business.
Yeah.
And you don't want to say anything.
So
the only powerful people,
yeah,
or the only rich, powerful people that you're talking about now are the people in government. Because they steal from the government and they can use that money to fight the government.
Yeah, but I'm even talking beyond money now. Maybe I shouldn't have brought that in. I was only using the money as what they feel could give them that self-esteem. You get that has been snatched from their soul. But in regards to someone who could stand up for their rights, I don't feel we have that many people. We don't even have many at all anymore. And it's because they've been bruised, battered, subdued, and subjugated. The self-esteem has been stripped from them. And they totally feel worthless. And there's a lot of self-hate in Nigeria now.
And that's the situation a lot of Nigerians, find themselves.
Yeah. That's why there's self-hate, and that's why people are killing themselves.
I remember, people will always talk about one Nigeria, one indivisible. But you ask yourself, is it possible for us to?
It is. Because
to still be one Nigeria.
Yes.
I remember growing up, then your next door neighbor could be anybody from any tribe.
Of course.
You wouldn't even know.
I get Igbo, Pali.
You get, but these days, and I would say, maybe the reason was because then it was military. So everybody was fighting the military. Nobody was interested in. I might be wrong. I'm just saying.
No, I don't
nobody
think
was interested in.
was.
Oh, is Igbo? My person is in power.
Shagari time. It was the same thing during Shagari.
Well,
so it wasn't.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But then everybody fought the military, regardless of where you're from and all that. People fought the military. But the moment that democracy came, it was my brother.
But even under Obasanjo's democratic rule, we were fine.
But that was when the whole thing started. That's what I'm saying. During the military era, there was nothing like that. You said Shagari, maybe no. But what I'm trying to say, then there was nothing like that. Everybody it was just one voice.
Yeah. Because
we wanted to push them out. But the moment they were out, this or whatever came on board, it's about
Abacha?
No, I mean democracy.
Okay,
it was about
who
my brother is the president. Oh, he's from my tribe. And that is killing Nigeria. And with that, Nigeria can't be won for now.
That's one thing I don't even agree with. That whole nepotism and the whole way that you have to do some zoning and they need a quota from the north, a quota from. They do it even in the national team now. They say, no, if you strike down na Hausa, you go need Igbo striker, you go need Yoruba defender. Come on, man. If you're from the same country, why don't you just pick the best? Isn't that the reason why we're in this mess? Where you're picking people just because they're from your particular area.
That should be the case. But the reason is this. The moment the person gets there, the people around him is going to be his people. So what does that make you? It makes you feel like, am I not a part of this country? That's the truth. Am I not a part of this country? So why should it be only people from your part, from that part of the country? It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Power should be fairly distributed to, all and sundry. And if it's not distributed that way, then people will start agitating and all that. And that is what is killing Nigeria up to today. If we are not able to sort ourselves as a nation, as one indivisible nation, Nigeria is not going to move forward because that thing will always come to play.
Yeah.
Oh, my brother, my sister is my brother. Let me go to Abuja and look for contract. Let me go for Abuja and see if they could give me any political office and all that. We can't go any further. You can't build a nation like that. And if you continue that way, some people will feel, especially the minorities will feel that, come on, what are we here for?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I know, man. And well, what we can say, I don't know, man. Maybe you have something positive to end with because this thing, when we talk about Nigeria, they always vex.
Well, I don't think it's about that. We should continue to talk. We should continue to do things the right way, so that people, or say younger ones, would at least learn from us. Those ones that want to learn, because these days people don't learn from. They just want to do what they want to do. What they see that they think is right for them, they do it regardless. We'll continue to push for that. We'll continue to talk, speak, and see. Obviously, I still believe Nigeria get better someday, but I don't know when.
Because me, I'm an incorrigible optimist.
Yeah, I don't know when, but I still believe things will still get better. But I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know who, as God will use to achieve that.
Yeah.
But we just have to keep our fingers crossed. Someday things will get better, and all of us will rejoice, and at least we'll be happy to call Nigeria, a home again.
Nice, man. And on that note, man, see you guys next week.